more news on Hillary and her emails from Bloomberg. No, not the idiot former mayor, his news service. A week before becoming Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton set up a private email system that gave her a high level of control over communications, including the ability to erase messages completely, according to security experts who have examined Internet records. See the leaking? You erase it, and everything's gone. Matt DeVos, a security expert who had his own private email for years. Commercial services like those from Google Inc. and Yahoo Inc. retain copies even after users erase them from their inbox. Although Clinton worked hard to secure the private system, her consultants appear to have set it up with misconfigured encryption systems, so it left it vulnerable to hacking, said Alex McGeorge, head of threat intelligence at Immunity Inc., a Miami-based digital security firm. The email flap has, all right, whatever. Very interesting. So she could destroy this stuff as she wished. So now we have a third issue with respect to criminality, ladies and gentlemen. The first is the removal of classified information from a government premises to her private server at her home in Chappaqua. That would be the Petraeus situation, not necessarily to his home, but removing classified information. Number two would be the issue of violating the federal law that involves the protection of government property, and when you write emails and so forth involving government business, that's government property. And now number three, did she destroy potential evidence of misconduct, unethical conduct, criminal behavior, any information that had been requested by any investigative body, including Congress? That may not rise to the level of a crime if they didn't subpoena her, and knowing the Republicans, they probably didn't. Oh, we can't do that, protocol. Anyway, I'm not sure. So those are three areas of vulnerability, and I'm sure Joe Biden's loving every minute of this. I'm sure Elizabeth Warren's loving every minute of this. I'm sure every liberal miscreant who wants to run for president is loving every minute of this. I have to admit, I'm not exactly hating it, but you know the point. It's something to be said about a Democrat Party that finds Hillary Clinton too moderate when she's a radical nutjob like the rest of them. But it just shows you where the Democrat Party is. They say the Soviet Union is dead. It really isn't. Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid, they have their own little Soviet activity going on. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when you think about voting next time around for president, you're thinking about somebody's position on foreign policy, somebody's position on the economy, somebody's position on immigration, somebody's position on national security, the currency, the debt, Social Security and Medicare going under. Are you thinking of those issues, or are you saying to yourself, I want to vote for somebody based on their genitalia? Now, that's not the first thing that comes to my mind. At least not when I'm thinking about voting for president, Mr. Producer. What is their genitalia? That's the deciding factor to me. And yet the liberals, while they're obsessed with genitalia, they're also obsessed with removing genitalia and attaching genitalia. Hillary Clinton, ladies and gentlemen, at Emily's List yesterday. Cut 12, go.
Don't you want to see more women running for school boards who will fight for better schools for our kids? Don't you want to see more women running for mayor and governor who will put our families first? Don't you want to see more women running for Congress who will follow in the footsteps?
Don't you want to see more women running from Bill Clinton, Mr. Producer? Yes. We all know Hillary Rotten Clinton stands up for women. Women who are sexually abused by a pervert. That would be her husband, by the way. Don't you want to see more women running from Bill Clinton? You know, in the same way that, Bill's obsessed with genitalia. Not his, obviously. Well, actually, it is his that he's obsessed with, but the female genitalia. But apparently Hillary's obsessed with genitalia, too. What is it with the Clintons and genitalia? Cut 12, go.
Don't you want to see more women running for school boards who will fight for better schools for our kids?
Did this group and Hillary back Sarah Palin when she was running for vice president? Didn't you want to see Hillary, Sarah Palin in there fighting for our kids? Fighting for health care like only a woman can? Didn't you want to back Sarah Palin when she was doing that? Did you campaign for Michelle Bachmann when she was running for re-election in Minnesota? Didn't you want to see more women, Hillary? You fraud. Go ahead.
More women running for mayor and governor who will put our families first? Don't you want to see more women running for Congress who will follow in the footsteps of Barbara Mikulski?
All right, stop there. I can't let that fly. The footsteps of Barbara Mikulski? First of all, Barbara Mikulski has never ran anywhere in her entire life. I mean, for office, but I mean run. You know what I mean, run. And no, I don't want my daughter following in her footsteps. Mikulski's a liberal nutjob. Why would I want my daughter to follow in her footsteps? Oh, no, let's just vote for anybody as long as they're a woman. You know what? Hillary doesn't believe that. She would never support Nikki Haley in South Carolina. Then I can go down the list, and it's a long list. Martinez in New Mexico. Lots of Republican women. But Hillary wouldn't support them. No, Hillary, we want to see a conservative in the White House. Whatever their genitalia. Go ahead.
Suppose it's only fair to say, don't you someday want to see a woman president of...
Yes, just not you, you jerk. Yes, I don't have a problem with that. Who the hell does? Yes, we want to see a woman in the Oval Office, just not you. And you better be careful, Hillary. We don't want to see a woman in prison either, you know. Well, certainly not you. She's like Linus, you know? Wasn't he the one with the blanket? The dirt just follows her around. Or is it the opposite? The New York Slimes and the Associated Depressed. All over this story. And we have the right to ask why, which I will in a moment. But first, the story. The computer server that transmitted and received Hillary Clinton's emails on a private account she used exclusively for official business when she was Secretary of State traced back to an internet service registered to her family's home in Chappaqua, New York, according to internet records reviewed by the Associated Depressed. How'd they get those records? Just curious. The highly unusual practice of a cabinet-level official physically running her own email would have given Clinton, the presumptive Democratic presidential candidate, impressive control over limiting access to her message archives. It also would distinguish Clinton's secretive email practices as far more sophisticated than some politicians. Now listen to this, including Mitt Romney and Sarah Palin. Now that's really funny. Hey, Jack Gilliam and Ted Bridis over there at the AP. Have you been watching what's going on at the Environmental Protection Agency and what's going on all over this government with cabinet secretaries and administrators? They're all using their private emails. Now, why are they doing that, folks? For two reasons. So you can't file a Freedom of Information Act request and know what they're doing in clear violation of that federal statute, and so Congress, when it asks for emails and other documentation, never even thinks about asking about personal emails. This isn't tyranny? Oh, this is tyranny. This is tyranny. Obama should be impeached. This whole damn operation should be shut down. This is a mob. This is a Soviet-style mob. Shut down the government. We can't shut down the government. Okay, we'll let Obama take it over, because that's what's going on. Can't shut down the government. Just let Obama take it over. I am so sick of John Boehner and Mitch McConnell and all the lackeys who back them up and vote for them. I am sick and tired of these fools in Congress. Oh, he's the majority leader. Oh, he's the speaker. What the hell for, you lemmings? Most internet users rely on professional outside companies such as Google or their own employers for the behind-the-scenes complexities of managing their email communications. Government employees generally use servers run by federal agencies where they work. See, nobody's done this. They can talk about Romney and Palin all they want, these pukes at the AP. In most cases, individuals who operate their own email servers are technical experts or users so concerned about issues of privacy and surveillance they take matters into their own hands. Well, I guess she is, isn't she? So first the question of culpability, criminality. Then the question of who's behind this campaign. It's not the Republicans. They would hold this back. They wouldn't launch all this right now, Mr. Producer. Moreover, they don't have access to all this internet and email information. Somebody else does. Somebody who knew how Hillary Rotten Clinton operated and operates. They've spilled the beans. Here's Hillary Clinton at Take Back America conference in 2007. Secret emails shredded the Constitution. Hat tip Daily Caller, cut 14. Go.
You know, our Constitution is being shredded. We know about the secret wiretaps. We know about the secret military tribunals, the secret White House email accounts. It is a stunning record of secrecy and corruption, of cronyism run amok. It is everything.
Oh, shut up, will you? Good Lord. How I don't miss that.